gosh, it's so good to be a kid because I can't even tell you the last time I dressed up as an adult. So looking at those pictures, I'm like, oh, like the magic of Halloween, like the magic of the holidays as a kid is just, it's different.
I love Halloween. I mean, I still enjoy dressing up for Halloween now. Any excuse to dress up, I'm going to love it.
So it is a picture of my sister dressed as Little Bo Peep, and I am the infant who is dressed as a little sheep. I really had no say in what I was going to dress that year. I think that was my first Halloween. I would have been like 5 months old. One of my favorites when I was a kid, I dressed up as Zorro, and that was one of my favorites. And I even had like a played little fencing sword, but I couldn't find a picture for it.
Truth be told, I don't remember a lot about it. I'm guessing I was probably middle school, maybe high school, sophomore at the most. And that was a costume you put together just to get that last round of trick-or-treating in before you realize you're probably too old. That one's just kind of silly looking, and I don't know a whole lot else about it beyond that. But hey, you know, it was all about getting the candy that year, which is really what Halloween is all about anyway.
So I was wearing a bunny costume. I feel like I had to have been probably 5 or 6 years old is what I would guess. And I was in a ballet recital. When I look back at those pictures, I'm like, oh, I remember when I got to go into my bunny costume and just like hop around like a little bunny on stage.
What I was wearing in the photo was a homemade grapes costume. My parents and I had made the costume ourselves. I mean, nowadays you can go to like a party store and get all kinds of colored balloons, but back then there were not purple balloons. So what we had to do is blow up all these balloons, and in the basement we had purple spray paint, and we would spray paint them over a drop cloth in the basement. And when we moved out of the house, there were still purple dots.
From the photo, I can see that I was at my preschool. I went to preschool in Manassas, Virginia, so I would have been around 4 years old. I was super into dress up at the time. Like, even not on Halloween, it was common for me to be in costume. I actually had a different tiara for every day of the week at this time period in my life. I also would build fairy traps outside or little houses for them, hoping they would come visit me. So I think that's probably why I was dressed up that way. Halloween is such a special time just for everybody to kind of try on a different life for a moment. And so I hope all the kids out there are able to dress up, and adults too, and just have a little fun and be creative. It can be such a serious and stressful time.
Happy Halloween. Have a good spooky night. Have fun taking the kids out trick-or-treating. And remember, the parent tax is real. You can take whatever you want from your kids.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!